Good morning. You're on the air? No, I don't think you are. Are we on?
Hello. I hear
Mic
you.
check.
You hear me?
I hear you.
Good morning. There we go. You're on the air with the United Country Boys here on WDXE. And the star is back this week.
Yep, I am back.
Wasn't talking about
I
you.
wasn't here last week, but I am back this week.
Where were y'all at last week?
I appreciate that, Tyler. Thank you for
You're welcome, buddy.
bringing me in there.
Were y'all both sick last week,
Absolutely.
or what made y'all
Something like that.
It was up a tree
up a tree?
without a paddle.
Up a tree.
I did not
without
have a paddle with me.
No?
So I told you.
It's actually pretty accurate, I guess. Yeah. But this morning in the studios, we got Travis Caldwell's. Do we ever get a name for him?
No, we had a nickname.
No. Okay. We got Tommy, the Wayne County Connection. We got Fred, the old geezer. Brent was what?
Honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle.
Nighthawk.
Hunter was a cupcake realtor. And then you got me, the night goat.
No,
Tyler.
you were actually the goat at night.
No.
Feigning goat at night.
No
Let's
fainting.
start it off with the Bible verse here. This one is from Isaiah 40:31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. That's Isaiah 40:31.
You know, last week I was walking some property and walked up a little hill, and I was about ready to faint. So I'm looking forward to being able to walk
Fainting goat
and
comes
run
up.
and not faint. When you start pulling them hills, it makes you want to faint.
Get you down there in low gear.
It sure does. Yeah. What y'all been up to?
Just working.
Yeah, just working. We got any questions this morning? Anybody have any ready?
No,
No questions ready this
no
morning?
questions this morning. Make it easy this morning.
Make it real easy if we don't have no questions.
I can answer that one.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Well, let's see here. I'll find one real quick. Y'all talk about something.
Talk about something, Brent.
Talk about the parade.
There you go. How was the parade?
It was good.
Was it packed? Because I know they had it on Sunday, so I know it.
I
You
think we
wouldn't know.
lost some floats probably because of church. And when y'all gonna do one, Travis? And did y'all have it all decorated and everything already done? And,
I really don't know, to be honest.
okay.
We usually do it every year, and we told them we weren't doing it this year, so somebody else was doing it, so I have no idea if it was done.
Okay. But yeah,
I don't
heard
think
some
they
of
had
the-
started it yet. I had heard that they had not started. Did not started it yet. No.
But it was still good. I mean, it wasn't as big as it was last year. I don't think.
I don't think it was either.
I mean, the crowd was there.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, a lot
Yeah,
of people.
yeah. It was a big crowd.
A lot of turnout for it.
Yeah, I don't think there was as many down in the square area as what it was last year. It was pretty packed last year. But along the road, it was pretty consistent all the way through.
There was one section there where they were packed in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all
And
a blur when you're in line.
I grossly miscalculated my candy throwing.
I told y'all at the beginning, you got to pace yourself.
Yeah, you did. I got so excited and I just started throwing it. I was out in like a quarter mile.
If Hunter hadn't ate all that before the parade started, we'd
Hunter did eat quite a bit before we got going.
I seen Brent take a few Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah.
down
Yeah, but they
there.
were little though. I mean, like one of those. I mean, you'd have to eat 5 to equal one normal size Tootsie Roll.
What's your point?
So I ate like 3 total.
How did Bigfoot do?
Done well. Mm-hmm. Turned out
Good.
really well.
Everybody knew him.
He was a big hit again.
Was he?
Yeah, you could hear him shouting. Me and Tommy was
All
in
right.
the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
It was
He's
just
in high
constant,
demand.
too. It was
Some
just-
people called him a gorilla. And a
Yeah.
few gorillas, but most of them,
Had one monkey.
yeah.
I heard a couple of monkeys. I heard one little boy, or their parents said, "Look," and then they said, "Look, it's," and then like they was about to say Bigfoot, and that kid said, "A monkey." I mean, it was
Oh, that's hilarious.
that was pretty funny.
I laughed up there. I heard.
Had a few Japanese said Godzilla.
All right.
Got a few kids we're still looking for. They took off when they seen him.
Well, he has that effect on some.
Yeah.
Some love him, and some just they want to get away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Riley Cates one of those.
Yeah,
But she handled him pretty good last
She
night.
Yeah, they
she,
did.
she liked him or she don't.
well, it's kind of a love-hate relationship.
How about Harper? I know she's always.
She's done a little better last
Yeah,
night.
she's got.
But Travis's
A
kids, they don't
custody.
like him, do they?
No, as a matter of fact, that room you keep the suit in,
the what?
The room you keep the suit in?
Oh,
The room
I'm
where
sorry,
Bigfoot
yeah,
sleeps.
you mean the room where he sleeps?
sleeps, yeah.
Yeah.
I took my youngest one in there the other day and pulled out a hand. He won't go in that room anymore.
It's over
He
with.
thinks the hand is in there indefinitely.
That's pretty good.
I think I threw your middle one a piece of candy. I don't know if he caught it or not. Did you see him? I noticed you sitting over there, and I threw it.
I don't know if you know my middle one, but he's a really arrogant child. I mean, like extremely
Where'd
arrogant.
he
I
get
wonder,
that
wonder
from?
where he gets that from.
His mama 100%. But he was standing out in the road. He thought it was a blast last night because all them other little kids that were on the float, they were trying to hit him with the candy. And He just thought that was a blast. He was sitting there trying to dodge it. So he ended up with a crap ton of candy last night. They'd say, Cooper! And they'd be throwing them at him.
It's got its advantages, man.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
They made a haul of candy then.
Yeah.
I know the first people, when you come in, I guess we was probably a quarter, maybe a third in line, and they already had a Walmart sack halfway full.
Mm-hmm.
And then the farther you got up, the least the people had. At the end, they just had 2 or 3 pieces.
Because people was running out of candy.
Yeah, like me and Tommy was saying though, the one in front of us, the Friends of the NRA, I mean, they were peppering, wasn't it?
Making it
There's
rain.
buckets
I
coming
mean, they
out,
would just
yeah.
grab handfuls and and it was good chocolate. I locked the door because Tommy 2 or 3 times was coming out of the door. I said,
About lost me.
yeah. Somebody hollered Kit Kats, and I think I seen there was some good candy going out.
Yeah.
So that NRA donation money.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
But they ran out.
it's
Of,
probably. I was about to say it's probably
They
$400-500 worth of candy.
They didn't make it to the square.
that's
Oh,
about
really?
as far as they got.
Oh,
I don't know if
really?
they got that far or not.
I think it was slimmed down by the time they got there.
Yeah. Hunter, you do yourself a favor if you turn your hat back around.
Oh, I look cool.
You look something.
Hey, we need a
I
vote.
agree to
We need a
disagree.
vote.
It'd be a unanimous there.
Tommy said this morning he looked pretty good, so that's why he's wearing it that
Oh
way.
gosh.
Makes him look like
Don't let Tommy lie to you.
Tommy's just
Tommy
too
knows.
nice.
Tommy knows style. Look at him.
Yeah.
makes him look like he's going the other way.
Yeah.
Can't tell which is front or back.
I got a Bible question here that we'll put out there. First one with a correct answer will get themselves a cap or a t-shirt or a koozie. What did the wise men follow to find Jesus? What did the wise men follow to find Jesus? 766-9393. First one with a correct answer. Get themselves a Real Tree cap, Bigfoot t-shirt, or a United Country koozie. Y'all know that one?
Yeah. But I seen one
I
on
figure most-
Facebook. It had one, and they were all dressed like firemen, and their parents or something was, because it was a little play they was doing. They said, "Why are you dressed like firemen?" They said, "Because the wise men come from afar." They just come from afar. Get it?
I got it.
Everybody get it?
Yeah, I think, we all got it.
Okay. I didn't know. I mean, it's much here. Sometimes
Little, yeah.
You never
right
know
over.
about it. That's right.
it's right over the top.
Here we go.
Here we go. We're going to the phone lines. Good morning. You're on the air with the United Country Boys. Do you know the answer to the question?
Was it Star?
Absolutely. Who do we have on the line?
Lucille Blue.
Miss Lucille. Thank you for calling, and come by our office at 523 North Locust Avenue, and you can pick up that cap, t-shirt, or koozie.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Bye. There you go, Miss Lucille, the winner this morning.
I was telling Hunter, what's the dude's name from Columbia up there? I can't never think of it.
Hickerson?
Yeah. Hickerson come by because you left something for him? Or?
No, I left something.
Okay.
I went up getting a like an antique cracker box thing that he wanted from a house.
Yeah. But he said his dad listened to us every Monday.
Oh, yeah.
He said he was a
Give him a
big
shout
fan.
out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr.
Old man Hickerson.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah. He said he listens. And I've had a couple other ones the last couple of days that I've run into different places.
Yeah.
I've had one of my retired Farm Bureau insurance agents say he listens to us out of Mount Pleasant.
So I think we've got 5 now.
Yeah,
There we go.
we're growing.
Hey, moving on up.
It's 5 more than I thought we would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I know they're not learning
Let's
anything.
say that's
from
five.
us.
That's
I
5
mean,
people with nothing to do.
It's an hour that they'll never get back out of it.
It's just good to know that you're entertaining at least 5.
There you go.
I'm kind kind of nervous now.
You better get that hat round, boy.
Did we ever talk about Thanksgiving food?
Yeah.
MVPs.
We did. You was up a tree.
Yeah.
MVPs.
You laid out.
Well, I had to come out of this.
What was everybody's MVP Thanksgiving?
We done talked
food?
about this, Brent. You should have been here last
It was
week.
dressing.
Yes.
Dressing one.
Turkey or chicken?
Chicken.
Chicken.
Who eats
Oh, yeah, chicken
chicken?
dressing.
Chicken dressing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I like ham and dressing. Yeah. Remember at the Pickwick Inn, they used to have ham and dressing.
We used to always go down there, too.
I wish they'd bring that back. We need to start a petition to
That
get
was
that
good eating.
buffet.
I tell you
that
what
was-
what far behind the dressing this year. That was the spiral ham.
Oh, that
We
was
had a
good.
good
I like
ham.
it. I like
Yeah.
it. I like it.
It's a honey glaze spiral ham.
They run neck and neck with me with the dressing and the
Yeah,
ham.
the ham's good. Especially take a couple pieces and put it between my sister Schubert roll.
I had a thought the other day that, food tastes different to different people. That's pretty wild to think about.
I never have thought about that.
It does.
I guess it does.
How
Of
do you,
course
how
it
do you,
does.
how do you know?
Well, of course it does,
That's what I'm saying.
because there's some people like it and some people
Like
don't.
when I eat dressing, it tastes a different way. Of course, it still has the same spices, but
Well, you got to understand all dressings are not created equal.
that's true. But you must have, taste buds that send. Like I couldn't eat a tomato. I don't like tomatoes, but you love tomatoes.
Oh yeah.
And they say your taste buds change every 7 years or something
that's,
like that.
That's correct.
Because I used to not like onions, and now I do.
Yeah.
I don't know when my
I like
7 year mark.
onions.
So.
I like onions. They just don't like me.
Hey, I seen where on Red Lobster they've lost I forgot how many millions of dollars off of their. Did you see that on
I seen it,
off
yeah.
of their all-you-can-eat shrimp?
Really?
Yeah, they went in the hole big time this last time they ran that.
So they're not doing that no more.
I don't know if they're, and we didn't even go this last round.
Hunter must have
It's not our
slipped down
fault.
there.
I'm about to say.
Hunter must have
I've
slipped
been
down
going
there.
down there every evening.
If they're millions in the hole, Hunter has hit it at least a couple times.
Somebody ruined them though. I mean,
Yeah.
because they said that.
Yeah, I
they're-
think it
Well,
was.
you have some of these professional eaters that, I can't eat a whole. I mean,
It's always a skinny guy that wins.
yeah,
most of the
I do
time.
pretty good, but every now and then somebody will come up on my phone where they eat like a 5-pound burger or a big thing of fries, and
That was
just never
Tommy.
get full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just to see if I could.
Yeah.
Then
yeah.
I went back and really did it.
That endless shrimp is a farce, by the way. Have any of y'all done that?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah,
do it all
done
the
it a
time.
month.
I guess it depends on who the waiter is, because you
Yeah.
might get one that brings it, and then you might get
Yeah.
one that
Yeah.
you'll see for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some will tell you, said, go, what do you want next? We'll go ahead and put it in. Some of them keeps you, coming, but some of them don't. Then they try to slip them biscuits in there in
Fill
between.
you up. Yeah, fill you up.
Because you can't just sit there and look at them biscuits. You got to eat them. I mean,
But the key
you can
is
try to pace
They,
it.
they called your name.
Yeah.
the key is to get fries, and then in between, you don't eat your fries while you have shrimp. But then when they take, when you're waiting on shrimp, you just eat a few fries. So it just keeps you going. You don't sit there
there
and
you go.
wait. You can eat more shrimp that way.
Keeps you primed.
Yeah.
Because if you just sit there, you'll get full.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. But if you just take a few fries and just kind of eat them steady as you're waiting, it just keeps everything going down.
And I don't think you want to go for the pasta one.
Oh, no.
Because the
Pasta's
pasta
filling,
will
yeah.
fill you up.
Pasta's
You made,
good.
you made Tommy
I'm
mad.
sorry.
No. I didn't know it was such a thing.
Yeah. I've always
No.
gotten it, but I'll get it towards the end, just because I like
But
it.
after you've got through eating.
Yeah, after I gotten eaten all
For
that I'm going to
dessert,
eat,
to get the
then I'll
pasta.
just go and get me one of them. Yeah.
There's nothing better than, I don't know if they had it this last go around, but the Nashville hot. Did you have that?
Yeah,
It was
that's
the
good.
fried with honey and some kind of hot.
It's like sriracha or something.
Yeah, it was like a powder. Well, that one time it was like a powder. It was honey with like a seasoning on it,
Yeah, because it was sprinkled on there
Yeah.
or whatever.
sprinkled.
They say they'll make it for you if you'll tell them, or some will. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't have it on there, but they'll make it for you.
Their fried shrimp's good. I had seafood yesterday at Top of the River. We ended up going Top of the River back up there in Mickey.
That's a pretty good place.
That's a real good
You already
place.
go to Florence?
No, she changed her mind and went going to Top of the River. They have a big seafood platter though, and it's like it'll feed.
It'll fill you up.
It'll feed two,
There,
Tommy.
Yeah.
It's for two.
Oh, man.
Oh,
You don't tell me
I'm
that.
talking. It's a plate this big. Talks. Yep, it'll fill you up. Eat that by himself.
if you're just semi-hungry.
Yeah, I mean it's like $30, but I mean they give you fish, fried shrimp, peel 'em and eat 'em shrimp, crab meat, popcorn shrimp, hush puppies, fries. It's good.
Where's it at?
That's over in Mickey.
The other side of Pickwick Dam.
Yeah.
Popo, the river. They still get cornbread out.
Yep, and they bring you cornbread and some slaw. And I don't like slaw, but I ate the slaw. It's like a real sweet. And then they bring you cornbread off the start. We had a good meal.
One of our fans just texted us, one of our 5 mini fans, says dressing made with a Boston butt is awesome. So they've had a
Hey, yeah.
Meaty.
I don't know if I've ever had a
Beef
Boston
dressing.
butt.
You ought to make it and bring it up here and let us try it
We'll
out.
sample that. We'd be more than happy to.
Yeah,
Yeah, count me in.
yeah, we can do that. Has Aiden got him a deer yet?
He got him one last Friday night in his daddy's car.
Oh,
Oh, me.
Yeah, that didn't turn out too good.
the
Buck
deer
or
or
doe?
the car? Or
I think it's a big doe.
Yeah.
Coming back from Savannah. Took one out. But he's been on successful hunts in the group that he's with. So he's helped drag out a few. I don't know if he's actually killed one himself yet or not, but they've done pretty good. But he stays after them anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, what about you, Travis? You been at all? No.
We've been in North Carolina a lot. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
don't know,
he
you
been
can't-
out of pocket.
You can't deer hunt in North Carolina because they're allowed to run dogs over there. And I didn't know that at first. And the first time I went over and sat down, and it was a beautiful place, beautiful spot. And the next thing I know, I see a deer coming by at 100 friggin' mile an hour. And I hear, and there they come with the truck. So I said, I ain't doing that anymore.
Brent had to deal with that for living in South Carolina. Yeah.
I think it has
Yeah,
its
I
place.
don't.
I mean, if you're hunting swamps and bogs and places where you can't get to, and then if they're running something like beagles or something, it just kind of keeps the deer hopping. They don't really push them, they just, because I've seen a lot of deer,
Down Bruton's
in
Branch.
front of, and deer be grazing, stopping, foraging a little bit, then hopping on, then, a little bit later here'd come a little beagle or something,
Yeah, it'd always be down in Bruton's Branch. There'd be some rabbit hunters out there with their beagles.
Yeah.
Keep the deer moving.
But when you use them hounds and walker dogs and stuff, they will.
Put them on.
I've
the
seen
move.
them run a deer just basically down to catch it. I mean,
Yeah, but yeah, we was in South Carolina, and I was running trail cameras out there, and I mean, I would get just as many pictures of dogs as I would deer. Just because I guess the scent or whatever, there was a lot of it right there around it. So dogs would come from every direction, and there was some people that would, they would try to catch them, and then you could, take the dog to whatever. There was somewhere, I don't know. I guess you took it to the
Pound.
like the Fish and Game or whatever, and then they would keep the collar because you can sell those and make good money on it.
Things
oh,
are
it's
high.
sweat in here.
Heard people do.
Are you hot?
And toasty.
It's got to be 85, 90 in here now. We're going to lose weight time we leave from here.
It's a little sweat
Well, a big
lodge.
sauna.
This is our sauna here.
But I think, I
Tommy likes
really
it.
think that when when deer are stressed like that, I think they taste different.
Yeah, they do. They say cows same way. If you go to slaughter a cow.
Yeah, you have to chase them all over the place before you get them down.
Yeah. But those deer over there, man, they are. I mean, like the deer around here are pretty skittish. I would say the deer around here, they're fairly skittish. Over there, they are just. I mean, they're on edge. But I mean, you can't blame them for because they. I mean, I think I was when I was, because I just had like a little 15-acre trail. I had 2 different 15-acre tracks that I had permission on, but one of them was like right beside this, this big, cut over basically. And whenever I'd hunt out there, I would hear them running dogs. I mean, almost every time I would hunt, and I would hunt try to hunt a couple times a week usually, and they were running dogs consistently out there.
Yeah. I don't see how they manage that, and because people who run dogs on their property, they're going to go over on somebody else's private property, and that'd be frustrating. Which we had that last year, even on my permission piece in Giles County. The neighbors' dogs, I seen them about every other hunt, but I hadn't seen them this year. Knock on wood, but We seen them
You
every
didn't
other
do nothing
hunt.
to 'em, did you?
I didn't do nothing to him. No, I sure didn't. Now I wanted to at times, but I never did.
You heard the Jerry Clower, didn't you, joke about the dog running?
Yeah,
Said
yeah.
when
He quit barking.
When he hit private property, somebody say, did he lose him? He said, no, he just hit private property. So he'll catch him back up when he gets off of it. So, that's a pretty good dog.
That's a
there.
good dog.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing. We went to the what is that? The Gaylord Opryland Hotel over the weekend. I think your family went there too.
Yeah.
Just do the ice.
Yeah, we did the ice, but I got lost in that hotel.
Oh, you
We,
can do it.
you know,
can
I
do
mean,
it.
I was lost. I didn't know how to get back. I started knocking on doors to see if they would let me in, give me some water, and hydrate me. 'Cause I thought it was life or death. I didn't think I was going to get back. But you know, you could put me anywhere on a piece of property, and I could find my way out. But
Well, you go far enough, you're gonna come out. Sometime.
yeah, I know. But it
That's
was.
a pretty place, though. Back when
It
I was
is.
doing photography, I did a couple weddings there for people.
It's
Out in the middle, you know, where it's a jungle kind of
Yeah,
place
that's
there.
astonishing. That's inside that building with the
Yeah.
waterfall, and there's like 2 or 3 atriums, is what they're called. Now, there's not just one. There's like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
That's a big building.
You talking about the ice? I carried my family up to that several years ago, and my wife still owns the world's record of going through there the quickest. Yeah, we went through the front door and we never saw her again, and she was on the other end already.
She didn't like the cold.
No, she can't take cold.
It was
You know that last year we went, I wore shorts. Of course, they give you a jacket, but I had shorts on in
He
there.
was the only one with shorts.
I was the
on.
only one. It felt good.
Oh, really?
Everybody's pointing at him. Bless his heart. And all
Yeah,
that stuff.
it felt good.
Hey, it's cold in here.
Yeah. Because it wasn't that cold outside. I mean, it was like in the
No, it
mid
was
50s
no,
or so.
Last
I
It's
think.
what is it, like 9 degrees? In
last
there?
year. It was I think they said this year it was 13.
Oh, heat
But
wave.
all that ice come
Global
from
warming.
all that ice come from China, because they had like informational videos. All that ice come from China.
What was in that ice?
Do you know how they kept it cold? Put it on ice.
But it took them 6 months to carve everything in there.
I believe it. That's a lot of ice.
I want to know what kind of air conditioner they have in there.
With that
Like
much
that,
ice,
like
it
that in
don't
my house.
take much, probably.
Well, they have to keep it from melting.
Well,
All the way from China, too.
this is true.
I wonder if they carved it in China, then brought it over here. Or if they brought it over here, then they carved it here.
You think we could get our own ice from the United States? You think we'd have water and
Well,
refrigeration?
Yeah.
But it has to be freeze a certain way. They said they had to freeze it from the
We
bottom.
think we could still freeze from the bottom. We have that technology, don't we?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I've got a freezer at the house.
Yeah. You would think so.
You need to try that.
I mean, I don't know. At least we have something we don't get from China, but even we get our ice. So. That's it, ain't it? I mean,
I thought that was wild.
I don't see how it can be cost effective to ship that crap from China and then truck it from the port all the way to Nashville. Surely to God, somebody could get in that business here.
hey, there may be
Yeah,
something
that'll
for us
be
there.
something we can get into.
You get entrepreneur here.
Optimanure.
Entrepreneur.
Lots of manure.
Yeah. We can make one out of manure, I guess.
Hey, freeze it would freeze.
All right.
I guess that's the temperature gauge up there that it's flipping through. I seen 81.
I believe it's more than that. I'm getting a tan right now. I'm blistered.
That's the
There may
temperature.
not be anybody want to go through and see
8:30.
our show if we got
Right there.
Yeah.
1,204 degrees. No, 80.
82.
is going up. Going up.
Everybody quit
Something
breathing.
like-
Yeah.
There's
We
too
need to
many
get that
people-
fan back in here.
There's too many people breathing in
A lot
here.
of hot air.
Nah, I agree there. We have got between us.
Yep, we can do it.
They've got
Yeah.
a bunch of.
Collar's got
Travis
it,
closed one
too.
out. VA. Tell us about that, Travis. A VA, he sold one to a VA.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah,
No,
They usually are.
yeah, no. He had to jump through a
Yeah,
lot
some-
on this one. It's
some
getting
crazy hoops. They have some weird requests. And it's a government loan. I've purchased a house through them before, and I know how daunting it can be. But it's just like Ronald Reagan said. What do you say? What's the 9 most terrifying words in the English language? It's, I'm from the government, and I'm here to help, or something like that. Yeah, and that's the way it goes. Now, once the process is done, it's worth it because they don't have to pay any mortgage insurance, and they don't have to have any down payment stuff like that. But I got when you're in that process,
Yeah.
it's a nightmare for sure.
I've had a few that went VA, and I didn't ever think they would, but we eventually did. But man, they were a headache from the go, and especially if it's got spring water for their source of water or a well.
Yeah.
They wanted us testing for all this crazy stuff, and I ended up because I talked to a guy, and he said, well, we can test for that, but it's going to cost thousands of dollars to test for everything you got to test for to satisfy the VA. But I ended up getting hold of one of the head honchos over the environmental water, whatever in Tennessee, and he made me a letter that said that's not necessary to test for that. And I don't know how I got that. And I got it, and I sent it to the lender, and they said, how in the world did you get this? Because this is...
That letter that you gave me to
I know.
send,
And then it didn't work for you.
it didn't work because they said if there's no state regulations, then it goes to federal. So we had to go by the federal guidelines.
Yeah, this one let us
Because
do
we
the
didn't
southern, and we got it
Well, we
closed.
run through with it.
Yeah, that was that one. Yeah, that's the one me and Tommy teamed up on and got. But if you ever want to look at something and say the government won't ruin it, look at gas jugs. The safety jugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fought
Brent
that
was
one
trying to
yesterday.
pour.
Goodness gracious.
You had to
Yeah.
hold your mouth a certain way to get the gas to pour out.
Well, you got to read a book or look at a YouTube video or something to learn
Yeah.
how to get gas out of them.
That's why I went to
Go ahead.
I went to Tractor Supply, and they got those. They're not gas jugs, but they are gas jugs.
What is?
What is that?
Quotations,
Have you got a twitch?
but they're.
You got Tourette's?
Get hot. Your jacket off. He's having a seizure, y'all.
I don't got nothing underneath this.
Leave it on. You dead
Yeah,
now.
don't take it off. Lord have mercy.
But they're-
We'll lose our 5 watchers. Take your shirt off.
Gain more watchers.
No.
False.
It'd be the wrong crowd.
People start sending in money and stuff.
Send
Okay.
you over to the bungalow.
Well, it's getting even deeper in here, ain't it?
Yeah, he's open. I could say a lot there.
Yeah, having a heat stroke. But
Go ahead, hurry up.
what was I saying?
I don't even know now.
But
Your gas jugs.
yeah, but they can't advertise them as gas jugs because if they did, they'd have to go through those regulations. But you can go to Tractor Supply and buy these 5-gallon gas jugs, that don't have all the special stuff on it.
I was going to say, just
That's all I wanted
if
to
you'll
say.
unscrew that safety thing that they put on there now and just pour it right out of the jug.
Yeah,
Here,
but this one's
use-
still
use
got the
funnel.
big tip.
I ended up just biting the bullet. I bought one from Tractor Supply, and I bought it was like $50. It hurt my feelings to do it, but have y'all seen it? It's like the hose like flips down, and so whenever you like gas up your lawnmower, you just set the jug up there and the hose, and you just push a button, and it pours it out for you.
You lazy.
I know it. It's worth it. I mean,
Can't hide money, can
I've
you?
been
Look
yeah.
at somebody's gas jug and see if they've got money.
Yeah.
List
I got
with
milk
me.
jugs.
Yeah,
I got
list
a milk
with me.
jug.
Yeah. Wow, I
I
wouldn't
have to
fight
use a
that.
styrofoam cup just to get my gas.
So I used to.
Use a bunch of them, Mick. I tried that one.
You just got to move quick.
You can siphon gas, by the way. Yeah. I did that
That's
one
illegal.
time, getting gas out of my mama's car to put in my motorcycle. Mm-hmm. They didn't tell me you had to quit drawing on it. You got a mouthful of gas. And
Oh, I've
I sat
swallowed
out there and crawled under the car and everything else to keep the elephants from getting me.
Yeah.
Good choice of words there, Tommy. Drawing.
Drawing. I had to think about that one. I learned.
put a win
I
a lot of
learned. I
different
learned
ways.
from you last week. Okay.
Oh
I had
yeah.
to bring that up.
That's
from your
I heard
mistakes.
about the show last week, and I said I'm gonna look it up, and I just skimmed through it, and I landed at the exact point when Maddie asked Hunter, said, "Oh yeah, you used to be on the boat."
Yeah,
And I heard
then it
your-
went
I
downhill
heard your
from
line
there.
from
It went
there.
downhill.
Did you hear that, Travis?
Well,
We'll show you later.
He said,
We don't want to keep
no, we'll
that.
just skip that this week. We're gonna lose
"You
our
have
5 years.
to, you have to go back." and
My
listen to
sides
that.
are still hurting from that.
Tommy lost.
I lost.
I went right to it, and then I watched that and turned it off.
You hit the highlight last
Yeah.
week.
So switching gears back to hunting, Tyler needs to tell the story about the other day.
I didn't know if we could bring that up or not.
Yeah, he's got to tell it.
We
I
can.
hadn't brought it up.
Our people deserve to know.
Yeah, it's a doozy. It is a doozy.
Hunting story. Let's see, what day was that? I'll try to set you up here.
Well, it was last week.
Last week,
Probably Thursday,
Thursday morning or so,
Friday.
we was going
Thursday.
hunting, and I'm.
Well, I got it. I'll just have to tell it, and then you could tell from
Well,
your
I was.
perspective.
Well, I was just going to say, it was me, you, and your wife,
Yeah,
and y'all were sitting together, and I was sitting about 400 yards away.
Yeah.
Y'all were rifle hunting, and I was bow hunting.
Yeah.
Take it off.
Yeah. Well, so we've been running trail cameras and had this. It's probably about the biggest deer we had on a farm.
Yep.
Dandy.
Show it to the camera.
About
There's
a
the camera.
115, 120.
About a one. That's 125. Probably. He's got some long G2s, G3s. But so where we're hunting at is it's really some growed up fields, and we've cut shooting lanes in it. I've got 4 or 5 shooting lanes, but the field's probably about 6 foot tall. Where we hunt at there, and we're sitting there, and it's about 7 o'clock, and she's asleep over here on my shoulder. She's been out for about 30 minutes, just snoozing. And I'm sitting there and only seen maybe like one doe. And all of a sudden, right out in the middle of my grass patch, one big stretch of it there in the grass, I just seen some horns come up. And there's a buck that had been bedded out there. I threw up my binoculars, knew right away it was him. He's got a bent G2. And I said, that's him. And so I nudged her and got her up and got her headphones on. And I got the gun set up there and took her forever to find him because he's out in the grass. It's hard to find. But I got her on him, but all you could see was his head and his horns. And, of course, we couldn't shoot him there. And I said, you just got to stay on him. He might get in a place because the grass is blotchy where you could see him enough to shoot him. But she had to sit there and look at him for about 5-10 minutes. And that didn't help any. Horns sticking way up. But she's sitting there watching. And I seen some grass move out to the left. And I looked over and there was a doe with him. And I said, okay, good deal. Because I was thinking he might go or we can't ever get a shot. But that doe started coming towards my shooting lane. So I got her ready, and sure enough, let me back up a little bit. As soon as the doe was about to come out into the opening, that buck was throwing a fit with her. He was lunging at her, and he was trying to get her to stay back in the grass, but she was coming on out in the field. He was like lunging at her and kind of throwing his head around. He was mad that she was leaving the bedroom there, going out to the open. She darts across the road there. Next thing, he's just standing. He jumps out. He's about 80 yards.
Oh,
and I had her on him. I said, all right, shoot him. Shoots. He kind of hits a little stumble and takes off. And at first I thought that she got him. I said, I think you hit him. But the way he was running, I wasn't sure. So I was telling her, I said, you may hit him, you may not. It's hard to tell. And so he runs off, and she said, well, how long we got to wait? And I said, we need to give him at least 10-15 minutes, and we'll go look for some blood. So we're sitting there a few minutes, and I text Brent, and I said it was the big 8, something like that. And so we're sitting there. It's been 5-10 minutes at least, and so I'm going to call Brent, tell him what happened. So I get on the phone, I call Brent. And as I'm on the phone with him, I realized, well, for what I thought, that the doe was still there, turned out. The doe was still in the grass. She never left. After we shot, she's still there. 10 minutes later, here he comes back, that same buck. I said, no, you didn't hit him, you missed him. So I get her back on him. First he was 80 yards, now he's 175, 180 yards away. And he was about to go back off down in the grass, disappear, so I hollered at him. He's standing broadside, 180 yards. I said, now just squeeze, shoot him. He's looking around. Honey, you missed him again. He turns and runs back off in the woods. And of course, by this time, she's a little upset. I mean, it's a good deer. She done missed him twice. I grabbed the mag. I put 2 more bullets in it, stick it back up in it. I said, honey, his doe is still here. I said, just wait a minute. He'll probably come back. 30 seconds later, here he comes back down this other trail. He turns. Now he's broadside about 80 yards. Shoot him. Missed him again. I bolt another, and he's still there. Shoot him. And by this time, she's crying. She said, I don't want to shoot him no more. She hands the gun to me. He turns to run. I shoot at him. Miss him. And now he's running off, and I just shoot one more time for good measure. So we shot 5 times, and we never hit him.
Have you checked your scope by any chance?
No, we did. It was on.
Oh,
He's
man.
got PTSD.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Never to be seen again.
It was not that deer's time to go.
That deer's in East Tennessee
so
currently.
Yeah. And so anyways, I'm sitting there, I'm laughing my butt off. I turn over, she crying her eyes out.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So
He's been through
that was her hunting
that,
story.
That deer has been through a hunter safety course.
Yeah. But we was able, at the time, she was a little upset. And I mean, rightfully so. But we laughed about it later.
But you're used to that because
I told her, I said, I've
you've
missed.
known to miss.
I've missed several. Yeah, I sure have. But we was joking that that deer had on the full armor of God out there. Yeah, it wasn't his day to go.
Yep. That's good.
Yep. Anyway, anybody got a hunting story top of that one?
I've missed one, and we were sitting together, and it was in Bethel Springs up there. That deer that was facing towards us, that 8-point.
Oh, yeah.
I shot it off the left side.
Yeah. In my defense, I didn't have a rail. I was having to shoot free-handed, and he was running, trotting on one, and he was running on the other one. But I've missed my fair share of deer. And anybody that hunts has missed deer. I mean, you're not going to kill every one of them, so it's okay, honey. I know she's watching.
It's probably worth mentioning, too, that your 2 shots were within
Oh, just a second.
3/4 of a second.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he could shoot a bolt action.
I can shoot a bolt action.
It sounded just like a semi-automatic.
Oh yeah.
with a bolt.
Oh, I had 2 off while he had about 50 yards to run. He was running. I got 2 shots at him.
Yeah. He can shoot 5 times, and the first shell don't even hit the
You
ground.
We were
going to
hunting.
Jack.
Yeah.
We were hunting that one time, and because a magazine holds 3 and then 1 in the chamber, something like that. So 4. He shot 4 times one time in a matter of like 30 seconds or something. That one
Yeah,
deer.
what, 30
it
seconds?
was
Like
3
10
seconds.
seconds.
Yeah, I guess it was tow, 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 tow. It was something like that.
Yeah, there was 4 does.
No need
I
to
shot
wait.
4 times.
No need to wait around.
No, and I killed one of them. I killed one of those does.
1 out of 4.
I was over in Bethel Springs. Yeah, I was back whenever I was 12, and had to hunt by myself because you was too scared and Dad had to go hunt with you. So I didn't have any guidance. I was out there just having a bird shoot.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It sounded like, because I was, your story you just told there, I was just, 400 yards away, but I mean, there was nothing really. It's a big field, so it's just basically field between us. And that first time she shot, it kind of startled me a little bit. I was standing, I had some deer right there by me, and I jumped, the deer jumped, and everything, it was loud. And then,
You didn't hear the bullet come by, did you?
well, it was funny because Tyler asked me what I had seen, and I said I saw 2 does, 3 bucks, and 5 bullets. I'm whizzing by, but yeah, I text Tyler and I said, "Are y'all dove hunting or deer hunting over there?" It sounded like a dove shoot.
I've heard a bullet or 2 whiz by. It's not a.
It ain't a good sound.
No, it's not.
Where was you hunting?
No, we was fishing down on Horse Creek, and somebody was up the creek shooting like a .22 rifle, and they didn't know we was down there, and there was 1 or 2 of them that come zinging
Little bing.
by us.
Be hollering.
And we got to holler. Yeah, and they quit shooting. We never seen them.
Yeah.
But yeah, shoo, whoa, wait a minute, what was that?
That happened to me over there on at Pickens when I was, how you go off the hill there, and then we used to turn to the right and go hunting down there by the big ridge. But if you went off the hill and then went left, I was hunting up there in those woods. And I guess them people over on the other side, it sounded like a .22 or some kind of small caliber, but they were shooting it. And I was up in the tree in my climbing stand, and I heard meow, meow, and then I hear pow, pow, and I just got down and went home.
Yeah.
I wasn't even messing with that.
Yeah. Yep. But that's one of those hunting stories I told my wife. I said, we'll have that to tell our kids one day.
Yeah.
It'll be a good story.
Yeah, if you hunt long enough, you will have stories like that. You will miss, or something will happen. That's just part of it.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they call it hunting.
Oh, yeah. We was in a buddy stand, 2-man buddy stand.
Okay.
I had her shooting a couple of days before that, then we even shot after that. I mean, she's a good shot with a gun, but, just...
What gun was y'all
that
shooting?
Buck fever is real.
Buck
It's
fever
real.
make you-
Oh, yeah.
Buck fever, I mean, I get you. And here's the worst part about it is I got the gun up just in case she could shoot him when he's in the grass, and she had to sit there and look at his horns because that's all you could see was his horn. So she watched his horns for 10 minutes.
She was primed.
So
Yep.
she was.
Yeah.
When I got done, I said, "Let's see your hand." She was.
Yeah. Just,
That's what makes people hunt, though.
Oh yeah.
oh, that adrenaline rush.
Oh, I'll
Yeah.
tell you, if I'm in a tree stand and if I start seeing deer, I start shaking.
Oh, you hear a squirrel, you start shaking.
Well, squirrel sound like 20 deer.
Uh-huh.
I was hunting on that same ridge they were talking about, and there was something. I heard something coming behind me, and of course I started shaking. It wound up being an armadillo. You want to hear something that's loud coming through the.
Sound like a moose coming through.
Dozer coming through.
Yeah.
don't it?
I've had that just last year. I was sitting there just right at dusk, and I heard one coming up the ridge there, and I mean, I just knew in my heart it was a monster.
Yeah.
And I couldn't hardly see, and he got closer and closer and closer, and I couldn't see, and he was right underneath me. And I had my bow, and I said, "What is this?" And then I had my flashlight, and as I was having to get down, so I just was gonna get on down, hit my flashlight, and his armadillo just going through the lead.
Oh,
That or
like
a rabbit.
Yeah.
They make a racket.
Mom said, "Tell your story."
You ever got run over by a deer?
Yeah, I got run over by a deer one time.
On Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Actually, true story. I guess it's true. I wasn't there, but
Yeah, it was. I was walking in, and from where I was walking in at, it's just an old road bed, and I mean on both sides, it's just like you can't. It's just like walls on both sides of it. I mean, and it ain't much wider than just 8 or 10 feet wide probably, but on both sides it's just thick, and it's just you can't see into it. And it was during the rut, and it was that morning I was walking out, and I could hear deer, running, in there. And I was just, anyway, I was just kind of walking out there, and then it kept getting louder and louder and louder. And I said, well, so I had my bow with me, and I had it in my hand, and then all of a sudden, just this doe pops out. I mean, when I see her, she's from me to you. I mean, I can about touch her with the first time I see her. Anyway, I yelled. I think she might have made a noise. It scared both of us, but But all I could do was turn enough to get my bow, and she ran into my bow hit her first, and then she ran into me, knocked me over, knocked her over, but anyway, I was just happy she didn't
You just poke her with
trounce
your
me, or how
they'll
see does doing that
beat
all the
you to
time.
death.
Yeah, but anyway, knocked me down. It ended up just broke the side on my bow, and but she got up and ran off. Boy, it scared me though. It was just.
That'd do it.
I didn't get run over, but I felt like I about did. I guess it was last year. I was walking out of my hunting place, and same deal. The fields are growed up 6-8 foot tall. We got roads cut to get to our stands and shooting lanes and stuff cut in it. And I heard some just coming through that grass, just wide open. Of course, they couldn't never see me. And I wasn't too far from my stand. I got down from my stand. I was walking out, and I just heard them. And they were coming right towards me. I turned around and I booked it back towards my stand to get back in the opening. And they just come flying through. Man, he's running 40 miles an hour through that field because I spooked them. But it could be a bad deal.
Have you ever heard of anybody catching one?
Catching a deer.
Yeah.
We caught a baby
fawn.
fawn.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a full-fledged buck. I had an old
can't say
gentleman there in Wayne County. Had some folks hunting up in the holler on his property, and he's out venturing through the woods. He looks up, and there's a buck coming down the trail. He just stood behind a tree. Well, lo and behold, that buck just walked right on by that tree, and he reaches out and grabs him by the horns. He said, by golly, he said, that thing went straight up. I said, he about tore me in two. I said, why didn't you turn him loose, Lee? He said, I couldn't. He couldn't talk plain. I couldn't. He about jerked him in two.
Yeah, there was back when we lived in Savannah up there at the fire tower. Eb Harmon, he was the guy that ran the fire tower. Can't remember what his name was now, but anyway, we came up there not long after it happened, and they out there in front it was gravel everywhere, and gravel was just, you could tell it was slung everywhere, and deer hair, blood was all over the place. And we asked him what happened, and he said that Eb had shot a deer, and he only had one bullet, and so he put it in his truck, and he was coming up there to go to show the guy at the fire tower the deer, and said Eb looked back, the deer was standing up in the back of his truck just like a dog, and Eb would hit his brakes, and the deer would fall over, and he'd get back up, Eb hit his brakes again. So he got up there and Eb hollered and told him, he said, bring your pistol out here and shoot this deer. So the deer was in the truck, and so Eb got up there and tried to get the deer out of the truck. And and he grabbed hold of him, and he couldn't let go of him, and both of them fell out of the truck out there on that gravel. And the guy said, I was trying to shoot him, but they were just flopping.
First one on top of
and he
another.
said finally he held him, got away from it enough to where he shot him. But Eb was all cut up and bruised. And,
man.
yeah, he had a time with that deer.
Heck of a tussle.
That
They
sound
have
like that Jerry Clower when Knock 'em Out John.
Oh, yeah.
He climbed up
Shooting
that,
here amongst us.
shooting here amongst us. One of us got to have some relief.
But he said that was something watching them out there wrestling.
When they get spooked like that, they don't have no sense.
And that adrenaline too is going to be going.
We got to do Lawson's.
Yeah, let's get on our Lawson specials.
Yep.
Maybe they got some
It's
deer
still-
safety gear.
I come
Oh,
through
yeah.
there. Let's see. Yeah, I went to that auction Saturday in Collinwood, and I come back through Saturday. Man, it was standing room only in that parking lot. I mean, there was cars. It looked like Walmart on the busiest day of the year.
Yeah.
But he's got some deals right now.
Oh yeah, if you're
I've been
shopping
sharing some of them.
shopping for somebody for Christmas, you don't have to go too far to go get a Christmas gift down there.
Yeah, got a good deal on muck boots, on some hoodies too. I seen some, was it Ariat hoodies or I forget which
They had
brand
all
it was,
kinds of
hoodies.
deals.
But some of that stuff is over half off.
Yeah. Yep, and they got some good deal on some camo. They have some other boots. These boots I got on, they came from down there. They were like half price.
Y'all need the Sitka waders there.
Yeah. Won't you get me some for Christmas?
No.
What took so long?
And worth a shot.
You got a birthday coming up too, don't you?
I do have a birthday coming up. Yeah. That's December the 10th.
Yeah, here's some of their specials. That Woody Max boots that we were talking
I
about.
got some of them.
$99.99. $100 bill
$100
I
bill.
bought some.
for some Woody Max. It's Ariat rebarb hoodies, 25% off. They're giving away, you buy one gun, you get one free. You see
It's
now?
different kinds though. It's not
Yeah.
not just any gun.
Oh, no, I know, but yeah,
I think it was a Puma shotgun.
yeah.
You're gonna have a lot of people down there trying to buy.
And they got the Drake vest for $49.99, regular $100. Nice looking vest.
On those waders too, those Sitka waders, you buy a set of those, you get $100 or $150 gift card, $150 gift card back.
Delta waders.
Yeah. Those are expensive, but I mean,
think it was-
everybody says that's the best waders you
I
can
think
buy.
it was $250. You got a gift card for $2.
It's $150.
No, it's $150. I'm looking at it right here
But
now.
that was the Sitka Delta.
Yeah.
Okay, $150.
Yeah, they're $1,000 from the waders.
Oh, they've got, each of them got. What do you think all your Sitka stuff would cost?
All my
Retail.
Sitka stuff. Retail?
His wife's listening.
I don't
It
know.
don't matter.
See.
They're still on the honeymoon. So
It was free. They gave it to me.
They just gave it to you?
I just went
Yeah,
down there
they
and-
gave it to me.
Just walked through the door and they handed it to me.
Yeah, it's free.
Let's do a caller. Let's go ahead and give a card away.
84 in here
I'm
now.
excited.
84 degrees.
Yeah, we're finna have to leave here in a minute. We don't go die in here.
$25 Lawson's gift card we're going to give it away right now. Caller number one. 766-9393.
How fast can you
766-9393. Caller number one is going to get the $25 Lawson's gift card.
3.
And here we go. We're going to the phone lines. Good morning. You're on the air with the United Country Boys. Who do we have on the line?
Olene Mashburn.
Ollie?
Olene, O-L-E-N-E.
Olene Mashburn. Well, yes, ma'am. We appreciate you listening. Just go down to Lawson's Outdoor, give them your name, and they'll get you that gift card, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Uh-huh. Bye-bye.
It's the remake from Jolene.
That's right.
I heard y'all getting down there on the lean there.
There you go.
Just pretty quick.
Oh, that was. Appreciate everybody listening in for that gift card. We're going to have another one next week. If you missed out, tune back in. Give us a listen. WLX, we're on the 7:30 to 8 o'clock show. We come on about 7:40 there. And give us a listen. We give one away there, and then we give one away here on the 8 o'clock hour show. So if you missed out, tune in next week. We'll have more. So get down to the last minute or two. We do sell real estate, believe it or not.
Been accused of it.
Yep. Yeah, we have been accused of it. We're really good at it, and we're different from all other real estate companies. We sell lifestyle properties. We sell the what over the where. We sell farms, country homes, land, recreational property, hunting property, commercial property. Yeah.
And Premier Properties.
We sell premier properties.
That's something that we've, because we've got just a SPG for that special property group.
Luxury.
So, yeah, so if you've got a nice high dollar property, you don't have to go to Nashville and get somebody. We're going to beat their advertising, plus we've got the local knowledge. where they don't.
Most
Yeah.
people do think that for, your premier advertising and to get your property out there, you have to go to some big city. And it kind
Could
of
be
makes
further
sense,
from the
I
truth.
guess. If you look at it from, if you don't know anything about real estate, I can see your logic there. But at the end of the day, you don't have to go to some big city and some fancy name agency to get the best marketing, because that's what we've got.
Yeah, we have the local expertise with national marketing. We know the area, and we still have that avenue to market property that reach the national, buyers.
Not only national, we go worldwide.
Oh yeah, we do, because we're in where we at?
Prestige. Worldwide.
Wide.
We've sold everywhere: Spain, Germany, England.
South Africa.
Just name a few. Yeah,
I sold my place to South Africa guy.
Yeah, there you go.
Germany.
And Travis is running a special right now on safe moving.
That's right.
List with Travis, and he will move your safe
For free.
for free.
Some exclusions.
Yeah, some exclusions apply. I'm not going to move that rascal to California, but
How many stairs can you handle?
well, that's the thing. Once you get inside the house, we don't do stairs. But not really a specialist. Hey, you list with me. I got a side business that does it, so it's no big deal. I'm moving them all the time anyway. So hey, yeah, you list with me, I'll move you safe. Just not going to wear high heels when I'm showing you property.
You need to get that. You need to talk real fast. At the end.
Do
As
what?
long as your safe isn't over so many pounds. And disclaimer. So I say no stairs.
Well, them dudes can talk, can't they? Them can come on in.
I'd hurt myself, so I tried to do that.
Yeah.
Well, you got to have the right tools.
Well, I guess I
You got to have the right tools.
They probably just talk regular and then speed it up.
Yeah, but Travis brought one in our house, and he's got it figured out.
Yeah.
It's a pretty neat way they do it.
That's that one you dropped.
Yeah. Yeah. I never said I was professional. Yeah.
As a disclaimer right off
You
the
got
start.
what you paid for. I ain't get paid
We
nothing.
can't talk too much about that. We have a lawsuit pending against you. It's under investigation.
Bring it on. Yeah. You didn't read my disclaimer, did you?
Get into the fine print.
Not responsible for dropping.
Yeah. It was at the very end.
It's kind of like riding
Small
horses.
print. Yep, same thing on the horses. Yep. You enter at your own risk.
Fall at,
Lawsuit pending on that too.
fall at your own risk, too.
Yeah.
Still suffering from that.
Well, I think if anything ought to be Dad ought to be suing you because you dented his property. You left a dent in the ground out
He
there.
did cause it to shift a little
Yeah, he
bit.
did. Yeah. It actually cracked his foundation, but you fell about 100 yards away from his house.
I felt it in Wayne County.
Now then,
I got a question. When they start making more concrete, does that weight the earth down more?
It was already here. They're just reapplying it somewhere else.
It's got it out of balance now.
could you get
That's
too
what we'll
much
talk
on
about
one
next week.
side?
That's
wonder
going to
if
be the
you
show
did-
for the day.
I wonder if you carried like everything to one side.
We ought to get something every week.
Well,
Your
if
thoughts
we
that
just
you have, 'cause he has
move
those
you to
thoughts
one side.
that,
We never figured out if turkey got lips.
Stuff that nobody ever thinks of.
I tell you,
you
I
say
tell you
one
the
side
easiest
of
way
the
to
earth?
determine that, if you moved everything to one side, say if it be lopsided, easy way to determine that, just move Hunter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Ooh.
Go ahead. Go ahead. He's looking.
It's coming. It's coming.
we need to go to a prayer.
And that's going to be the show. So let's bow and go to the Lord.
We're either going to a prayer to a fight.
you know what? You be
Saved
checking
by the
your
Lord
email.
again.
You be checking your email for a doozy later.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day, Lord, and every day that you bless us with. Lord, we're thankful for you most importantly. We're thankful for Jesus and how he died on the cross for our sin and rose again the third day, Lord. We're thankful for this opportunity to speak on the radio, Lord, and we're thankful for our listeners and pray that you bless them. And Lord, we're just thankful that we can laugh and cut up with one another, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. And Mom texted there. She said, "Stop bullying Hunter, my favorite son." So
I don't believe that.
Wow.
We're going to close out, though, with a little bit of Brooks and Dunn. Thank
Thanks,
y'all for
Mommy.
listening. Y'all tune in next week. We're going to be back on the air. United Country Boys out.